Joining us now, Sheriff Wayne Ivey of Brevard County, Florida. The sheriff is also with the group Protect America Now. Sheriff, we're staying on this developing story of now 12,000 illegals, the majority from Haiti, pouring into the border in Texas. It's a developing story, Sheriff. We're hearing from Border Patrol officials they may need to shut down checkpoints used for human and drug traffickers inside this sector in Texas in order to help out with what's going on with this makeshift camp of now 12,000. What do you say?
Well, somebody said earlier that our borders are open. The floodgates are open. That's what's going on. We're seeing numbers like we've never seen before in this country. The impact it's having doesn't just stop at Texas and Arizona and our border states. It filters into every community out here. My heart goes out to our brothers and sisters out for ICE and Customs and Border Patrol, what they're trying to do to just keep a lid on this, and then they're being fought by their own administration. So it's an absolute horror show what's taking place out there. It needs to get fixed and get fixed really quick.
You know, Sheriff, we're hearing reports that an MS-13, a top MS-13 gang member, has been caught in South Florida, that MS-13 is in South Florida due to the border crisis. What do you say, Sheriff?
Well, I think every state's going to see that. In fact, every state's already seeing it. We know that they're not stopping at the border. Governor DeSantis, our great governor, was out visiting the border not long ago and found out that 70% of the people that were coming in were identifying Florida as their ultimate destination. So if that's happening to us, it's happening to others out there. So MS-13, human trafficking, increase in drugs, all of that is taking place. And you mentioned that I'm with Protect America Now. I really encourage our viewers to go to protectamericanow.com and watch what sheriffs across the country are saying about this crisis at the border.
You know, the surge at the Texas border comes, and at the border overall, after Mexico law enforcement fought with caravans of migrants, and they tried to stop them. Now they're getting on buses heading to the border. I want to move on to this story. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals basically kicked out and rejected and overturned a Texas judge's order that would have stopped the White House from restricting ICE arrests. Can you talk about that?
Sure. Texas is doing everything they can to fight this battle and protect our borders and protect their citizens and, quite frankly, our whole country. And now you've got a federal judge that's intervened and saying, no, you can't do that. And when you're ICE and Customs and you're putting criminals back out on the street, whether those criminals are for violent crimes, DUI, narcotics trafficking, I can take you to many angel families across the country, many of them who have lost a child for every one of those crimes. And when you're seeing these individuals that already broke the law to come here, broke the law while they're here, and now we're putting them back out on our streets where they can harm someone else, it's shameful. Absolutely shameful.
We hear you. Let's recap this. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals agreed with the White House. They blocked that Texas judge order that would have stopped President Biden's so-called sanctuary country orders. It means ICE has to continue to release criminal illegals back into the United States. Biden's order prevented ICE from arresting and detaining most criminal illegal aliens who had not been identified as terrorists, gang members, or were not recently convicted of an aggravated felony. But, sir, we're hearing that those being released, and they were charged with sex crimes, armed robbery, grand theft auto, and more. Your word on that?
It's insane. I mean, there's no other word for it except insane. We're out here doing our jobs, and ICE and Customs is doing their job, capturing these people, all the different crimes you just named off. And if they don't put a detainer on them and hold them, they're going right back out on the street where they can victimize another American citizen.
You know, Sheriff, and also, Senator Ted Cruz is pointing this out, and Representative Gonzalez of Texas. The White House stopped deportation of people coming in from Haiti. And when people from Haiti heard that, this is what they're saying. That's when you saw this flood coming in. Your final word. Listen, we're an open arms country. We've got poor people and veterans living on our streets, too. This country is a good country and generous. We just need to, get the border fixed and, stop the lawlessness. Your final word.
Sure. You hit it right on the head there. We have veterans that are homeless, living on our streets, that need medical attention, that need homes and roofs over their heads. And we're spending all of our resources, everything, to put those that are coming into our country legally into better places than our veterans that fall for us.
All right, Sheriff Wayne Ivey, thank you so much for your service to our country. We'll have you back on again soon.